What's up, everybody? This is Bijan Adon reporting live. So, today the topic is the Housewives of Potomac. And I don't know if you guys have already seen, but I already did a video earlier. Well, actually, it was yesterday. I did a video. It was yesterday. It was at nighttime. And it was right after I had actually watched the episode where they had what I'm calling the Hurtvention. With the Hurtvention, Karen had organized the girls to come over, minus Candace, of course, to come over and to pretty much go through, what happened the night before or the couple of nights before and what led up to this moment. So, honey, you know I need a drink for this one. Got me some good Crown. So let me go ahead and put that together before we get into the two. Okay. You know I'm a heavy-handed hoe. I like it heavy. I like it heavy, baby. So I'm gonna do Crown and Pep. I'm gonna do a Pep and Crown. Pep Crown. I'm gonna do us a good Pep and Crown, baby. Okay. Love a good Pep and Crown. Yes, Lord. Refreshing. All right. So last night episode, I watched the Housewives of Potomac. And keep in mind, I'm not really one that watches the Housewives of Potomac like that. That's not like really my ministry. I'm more so a Housewives of Atlanta girl. You know what I'm saying? I love the Housewives of Atlanta. I've been watching them since day one. I feel like they are the blueprint if you really want to go up against somebody. I say New Jersey too. I say New Jersey, they hold their own, but for the most part, for my skin, I would say it's Housewives of Atlanta. So I watched the episode, and the reason I watched the episode, and the reason I'm putting this whole production on is because of unity. There is something that happens within the Black community where you have people who feel like because they hold themselves on such a high esteem or because they're looked at in such a regard that if anybody was to get out of line or if anyone was to fight, then they would have to turn their backs on them. And I pretty much feel like that's exactly what took place last night with a lot of the girls. There were some that were like, on the fence. There were some that had made their decisions before they even came to the Hurtvention. And that's what I want to address today. I don't like how the fact that we as Black people have a tendency of turning our backs on each other or, sticking our noses up in the air when there are certain real serious things that are taking place in front of us. Last night, and again, like I said, I'm going to call it a Hurtvention because that's exactly what it gave. It gave that these girls, were hurt because of what happened the night before, and they had to come together to hear why and what and who all made it happen. The one thing that I will say, and I noticed that from that episode, which I've seen a couple of different episodes. I saw the episode when Karen and Giselle were actually fighting with each other and how that played out. But what I noticed from last night's episode is that Karen really took the initiative and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this together. We're going to bring her here and we're going to let her explain to us as a collective what took place, what happened, and what was she thinking when everything went down. That'll give her an opportunity to explain her side of the story, and that'll give other people, you guys, the girls, a chance to actually get a chance to ask her questions, or give your insight as to what happened. Cool. I'm all for that. I'm all for a powwow. Some people may call it a lemon squeeze, but I'm all for that. I feel like in those type of situations, it is good to come together as a group so that you all can talk as one and that you all can really get down to the nitty gritty of the issue, resolve it, and then finally move on. So I was all for the collective. I was all for them coming together. The one thing that I will say, and I really did not like, is the fact that Karen sat there and she allowed these girls to sit up there and throw their 2 cents in and to make their judgment calls before, before Monique even had a chance to come into the circle. She allowed them to bash her. Robinson up there couldn't wait to get in the door to pull up a text or a tweet that she saw online. And, then you have Ashley coming in with the baby, which is like, girl, you could have hired a nanny for that. But have her coming in there with the baby. Then you have, I forgot what her name is, Wendy. Then you have Wendy coming in looking like, she just got off the Botox chair because her nose was so up in the air, it didn't make any sense. So, it's just, and then you have Giselle sweeping in on her broom, looking like somebody's Vanessa Williams, just doing the most. And I just feel like these ladies just really did the most. And it pissed me off because it's like, damn, where is your unity? Where is your girl spirit to say, hey, this ain't no one's good, child. But where is your girl spirit? Where is your camaraderie? Where is your care for there to say, hey, let's hear her out. Let's hear what she has to say. Let's actually give her a chance to, stand on the soapbox and give her account of the night, what happened, what took place, and what really transpired. The thing that I will say, is that I wrote down little things that I had noticed from each of the ladies and things that I've noticed from ladies that are just like them that either I have been in contact with, I grew up with, or I know personally. And I really just want to go over some of the notes that I have here and see if you feel the same way. Maybe this is something that I saw. Maybe this is something that we both saw together. Who knows? You all are entitled to your own opinions. This is my opinion. That's why I'm putting it out here. Now, I also wanted to do damage control because I did make a video last night. Excuse me. In that video, I had just saw the episode and I was really, really pissed off because of everything that I'm about to break down today. I did it in my left brain instead of my right brain, and it just, it tore them ladies to shreds. I think I called them every bee in the book, and I apologize about that because that was totally out of my character. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll cuss you out, and I cuss your ass out to kingdom come, like my great grandma used to say, or holy hell. But that don't mean that I can't get respect where respect is due. And I don't know those ladies from a can of paint. So that's why I wanted to come on today with my live, so I can give y'all another perspective or another view of what I was really trying to say. Okay. So first and foremost, like I said, Karen, I commend you for being that friend, because that probably would have been me. Like, hey, come to the house. We want to have these hoes listen to what you got going on. We want them to understand exactly, where you're coming from and how you feel. So we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do that. You come around here, I'll bring out a relish tray. Everything is good. I commend you again for being able to, just put the group together and bring these ladies into your home to allow them to be able to, facilitate an intervention or a hurtvention, if you will, to get down to the nitty gritty of the issue. So that was cool. Again, the downside is you was talking shit with the ladies while they were there, and if you really wasn't talking shit, but you were definitely entertaining the shit that was being said by like Robin and Wendy and of course Giselle. Now, what I have to say is this: Robin seems like a very boring character. She seems like one of those girls who, if everybody's going east, she's going to go east, even though she know they should go west. Very much so, Ashley as well. She definitely seems like the type of girl that while everybody is going up and she knows that everybody should be getting down, she's going to go up as well just to appease everybody else. So what I have to say is, you guys are very boring. Robin, you're definitely a snore. I call her the Snorlax because I don't find her entertaining. I find her very basketballish. If you understand what I'm saying. Good. I find you very basketballish and just boring as fuck. I mean, the girl was sitting up there telling you exactly what was going on in her head, and then you turn around right before commercial break and say, "Oh, you're lying." Like, who the fuck are you to tell me that I'm lying just because I put a tweet out there that you get what you deserve? Basically, that's what she said. Asking you shall receive. Asking ye shall receive. Which means you got what you deserve. Because this is not only, and again, I don't know that much of the actual Potomac history, but I do know enough to know that this is not the first time that Monique has threatened to drag somebody, i.e. Candace, and this is not the first time that Candace has had an issue with Monique. So let's not sit up here and act like we didn't see this storm brewing already. We knew what it was when we watched those previous episodes, and we thought to ourselves, why didn't that bitch pop her? So let that be that. But Robin, you're very, 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 very just boring. You couldn't wait to get there to show that text message to pretty much show, like, that's another thing that black people do. We be so hell bent on pulling somebody's character or showing somebody's character as less than what they portray. I remember I had a manager when I was working with a cell phone company, and that manager had did everything within that company. Everything so much that she knew that company backwards and forwards. And when it came to our job security and being able to do our job to the best of our ability, she definitely made sure and she ensured that we did our job to the best of our ability. Because of that, there were so many people who hated on her. There were so many people who couldn't wait to go back to the director and tell them things that we were doing in the pod, like standing up, walking, talking. I mean, this is like 20 minutes in between calls. And because I'm having a conversation with my not bunkmate, because I'm having a conversation with my pod mate, now you coming over here trying to check on us and see what we doing. Honey, don't you know who our manager is? We don't need to be checked on. You may want to check on yours. And I was very much so that person. Like, you may want to check on yours because according to the numbers that come out every other week, y'all team not doing too hot. So who's managing who? So it's one thing that we do with each other, and I can't stand that shit where it's like, okay, if I say I'm this and I'm that, let me be this and that. My actions and what I do outside of this and that is going to determine who I actually am as a person. Don't try to sit up there and degrade me, belittle me, and try to find a way to show my true colors when you don't even know your own colors. And I feel like that's Robin. She couldn't wait to get there to expose this girl and say, "Oh, look at this text message." Now, depending on when the actual incident happened, I can't remember because, like I said, I'm not that too invested in it. But I will say that when the issue did take place, if it had been just a couple of days later, then I feel like she's within right to post whatever she wants to post because she's still going to be pissed off. She's going to be pissed off. She's going to feel some type of way because you are not able to really get out all the rage that you have at that exact moment. So of course you may be online going in, throwing shade at a bitch, or doing something that may not be sent on that may not be oh, what's up, Jackson? No, baby, we ain't gonna pull up on nobody. I'm doing a recap of last night's Housewives of Potomac when they got into a fight last week, and this week they had a Hurtvention. So I'm just going over last night's episode and just expressing my feelings for it, because I feel like all in all, the whole episode was a lot of bullshit. I feel like Karen did a good thing, and because of the good thing that she was ostracized by the other women as far as pretty much being what is it called? She was like pretty much being a caper. She pretty much caped for the girl. And because of that, the other girls was looking at her like she crazy. But Jackson, I do thank you so much for joining me. I guess you're my only viewer, but hey, I'd rather have this one than none. So thank you so much, baby. But yeah, Robin couldn't wait to get there to show that tweet. And like I said, Black people, we have a tendency of doing that. Oh, she thinks she better than everybody. She thinks she this. She thinks she that. I'm doing good, baby. I'm doing really good. I got my drink. I ain't got no two-step, but I got my drink, okay? That's that Crown and Pep. And the more I drink, the more pep I get, okay? Channeling Pepper La Beja, baby. Channeling Pepper La Beja, okay? Okay. But yeah. So I just, I wanted to just recap that. Robin, you boring. You're boring. Next, I have Wendy. Wendy, the only thing that I can say for you, baby, is just shut the fuck up. Seriously. Stay in your lane. I don't even remember where you come from. You seem like one of these new housewives that showed up last season. I don't remember you in the first layout of Potomac when motherfucking, who was that? Who was that? I want to say it was Candy and someone else. I don't know. I forgot who it was, but you girls know what I mean when they be going over to like other countries, or like they be going, not other countries, but other cities and states to visit their friends, and they just so happen to be lined up with Bravo as well. Like, say for instance, when Dr. Heavenly went to Miami or California to visit her friend, and Contessa. When Contessa went to Miami to visit her friend, and that's how we got like what was it? Married to Medicine LA. So, I forgot how they introduced Potomac, but it was very much so in that way. And it was just like, I don't know where Wendy comes from, but she is the epitome of what I'm talking about, y'all. Just because you have a lot of us check for you, you know that. Amen. I have gotten a notification. That's true. That's true. I mean, it ain't, baby, listen. I've come to the realization, honey, like, people just, they don't check for your boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, because I've come to the realization that I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I need to do. I need to put more content out. I need to stop letting this get in the way. You know what I'm saying? Of, is people going to be looking this? They're going to be looking like, and stop worrying about that shit and just do me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And I'm going to continue to do me. I'm going to continue to put these content out. And people just going to eat it up, or they're not going to eat it up. You know what I'm saying? So, what'd you say? You met the house when we had the Hurricane Harvey here in Houston a couple of years back. They were shooting the scene where they were walking the street with a homeless man. Oh no. They were very sweet. And that's why I like Atlanta. That's exactly why I like Atlanta, because the Atlanta housewives, they just seem like real down to earth. And that's, Jackson, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because That is another thing that I was trying to express. There are, okay, so let's see. You have a songwriter, singer, producer. You have a model, an ex-model. You have Portia has her own hairline, so she's a businesswoman. You have Eva's a model, ex-model. Even Shamari, singer, because baby, I listen to Black backwards and forwards. Okay, boom like an 808 or boom like an 808. Okay, baby. Excuse the slur, but baby, it tastes so good. I just had to let it dance on my tongue. Portia is gonna be the sweetest because Portia is just that bitch. I love Portia, and her man is fine. Her man is fine. Yeah, her man is fine. Her man gives me very much so JD in the early 90s or mid 90s when he was dating Janet Jackson. He had the bald head and stuff. Dennis is fine. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, Dennis is fine. If he got any brothers that are like, and they look like him, holla at me. I'm in Carolinas. I'm only 3 miles, 4 hours. I'm 4 hours away. Trust and believe. Because I will sop him up with a biscuit for real. And that's period, poo, and goodbye. Okay? Okay? And that's real about real on that. So, yeah. But they just, and then, okay, so model, singer, you got Marlo, who's the mom team. Marlo's just one of those girls who's just the upper echelon anyway. So we're gonna rule her out and just be upper echelon. And then you have Nene, which Nene is Nene, but the point I'm trying to make is these are all females who are pillars in their community. They may not be strong pillars like Portia, Nene, and Marlo, but you know what I'm saying? They are recognized in the community for being who they are. And they would never, like when the whole situation with Portia came up, when she beat Kenya's ass, even Kenya, Miss America runner-up or Miss America, actress, model. When the whole Portia situation went down at the reunion, and Portia whooped Kenya's ass, or she was about to whoop Kenya's ass, because we all know in the peanut gallery, if she would have gotten to that girl and there was no motherfucking security, Portia would have whooped her motherfucking ass, and ain't no doubt about it. Trust and believe. Okay? But I digress. What I'm saying is, with the way that they handled Portia during that actual ass beating, no one was better than where they were at that time. No one had the gall to say, oh, well, you are, you fought her, so I don't feel safe around you. And I will never be around you ever again. No one was riding a high horse like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like Atlanta. And that's why I say these girls can never compare to Atlanta, because I just don't see it for the girls. I just don't. Y'all feel like because y'all in Potomac and y'all trying to paint this light that y'all better than. And it's a shame, because where Black women go wrong is they're so busy trying to misconcept this whole angry Black woman thing that they wind up becoming the angry Black woman all alone. They are so hell-bent on trying to misconstrue this angry Black woman thing that they wind up becoming the angry Black woman after all. I said it again. Yes. And it's plain as day, because if you have so much gall and so much conviction within yourself to, you didn't get your ass whooped, so why do you not feel safe? Let's go to my notes. Wendy. It has nothing to do with being seen as an angry Black woman. It has a lot to do with the fact that you sat there and put your hands in this girl's face multiple occasions. And on top of that, while she was just talking back and forth with you, you decided to take it upon yourself to throw a drink in her face. And I wish a bitch would. I wish a bitch would. Bitch, if you gonna throw anything, throw some dollars. If you gonna throw a drink, throw it in a cup and politely serve that motherfucker to me. Don't throw no goddamn drink at me, because once you throw a drink at me, honey, it's open season. No one's getting on that girl about throwing that drink at her, but everybody is all motherfucking hot. They 38 hot over the fact that she had her weave snatched up. And like I said yesterday, thank God for Kellon, who does Candace's hair. Because if it had not been for him and his crafty work on them weaves, baby, she would have been snatched bald that night. Okay? And that's that on that. Swear to God. They were really fighting. They were really fighting in the little winery or wherever they were. And it has been coming on for such a long time. That's why I don't understand why it wasn't more security. The girl took a jab at her. She pretty much said, I love everybody, with the exception of Monique. Monique said, hey, if that's how she is, if that's how she feel, then I'm going to let her feel the way she feel. I'm over here doing me. She over there doing her. Let the chips fall where they may. Okay? That girl took it upon herself to go even further and now do what a lot of people do when they are black, but they feel like they're upper echelon. Oh, I'm not going to act ghetto. She's like, oh, she don't want to, she don't want nothing to do with me. Oh, she's so sad. She's mad. Oh, she's mad because I don't want anything to do with her. She's mad. And see, the funny thing about it is, like I told one of my so-called Instagram friends, we had a conversation about this because I asked, what side are you on? Okay? You said that you was on Candace's side. So you would think you would be in here going hard for Candace and let the motherfucker know what it is. I don't see you because don't nobody see it for the girl. And it just is what it is. If you was really a diehard Candace fan like that, baby, you would have came in here and you would have put your 2 cents on the ground. Okay? On the ground. You would have put them on the ground. Boom, here you go. How'd I go? What it sound like? You would have put that 2 cents on the ground and said, this is why Candace is that bitch. But you're nowhere to be found. Why? Because you know the tea. Now, Wendy, your job as opposed to Monique's job, which I really don't know what Monique does, but I know I can bet my bottom dollar that Monique is not going on the local news every day. So, because of what your job does as opposed to Monique, you need to really be careful with who you interact with. See, the circumstances are different for other people. Where I work in a call center, and I'm actually working from home, which is probably best, so I don't have to deal with nobody. You know what I'm saying? When you work in public TV, or when you work on public TV, or you work for the public, this does allow for you to have to re-alter how you combat with people. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be the type of person that combats with somebody and you just go back and forth, you know that's all you can do. Because why? You get your ass beat, you're going to be showing up on the 9 o'clock news with a black eye and a busted lip, looking like you need a new cuts. a new color, a new style, a new coif, okay? You're going to be the one doing that. So it makes sense that you would be the type of girl that will feel like this is beneath you and everybody else should fall in line. It's not like that with everybody. It's not like that. But it is what it is. Monique is doing what she's doing, and she felt the way that she felt. Now, what you should have did, and I'm gonna bring everything full circle when I get there, because I'm leaving Monique and I'm leaving Candace for the very end. Okay, and there's a whole reason behind my madness. One, I want to talk about Giselle. Giselle, you lame as hell. You're lame. The fact that you had to bring security shows that you're lame. The fact that you had to bring security shows that you're less than a woman. Why would you have to bring security to something that had nothing to do with you? Oh, and for those who watch Maddie, this would be when Craig turns, when he turns. But I'm just gonna take a sip of my drink. Why would you bring security to something that had nothing to do with you? That shit is good, baby. That shit is good to me, okay? Why would you have to bring security to something that has nothing to do with you? Now, he was cute. Because anybody who knows me, they know I like them short, thick, and chunky, or I like them tall and big. And the taller, the bigger, the better. Okay? The bigger, the better. The taller, the nigga, the better. Okay? The bigger, the better. The taller, the nigga, the wetter I get her. Okay? Come on. Come on. So, yeah. He was cute. What was his name? JB or JL? Something like that. But, sir, your services really wasn't even needed. There was a baby there, like, again, y'all doing the most. Y'all doing the absolute most. You know, I feel like sometimes, a lot of times, females who, you know, no. She was invited to the event, Jackson. She was invited to the event. The yes, that was a little rap. Okay. But the thing about it is, she was invited to the Hurtvention. That's what I'm calling it, the Hurtvention, because the girls were so hurt by what Monique did. They were so hurt. So the Hurtvention, she she did bring the security to the Hurtvention, which she was invited to. But I'm just saying, Jackson, it's a room full of girls, and the main operative isn't even in the room. Why would you need security for that? Like, what sense does that make for you to use security? You took this man out of his day just to have him come to an house and sit in the dining room while you sit there and discuss your girlfriend beating your other girlfriend ass at the winery. What? And that's why she's lame. She's lame as hell. And she is one of those girls who probably came from nothing. And if she came from something, okay, that makes even more sense. But came from nothing, went to college, graduated, and just has this upper echelon view. And that's nothing against my collegiate black folks. For all my black my black collegiate folks who have, for all the folks that went to, college, yeah, basically doing the most for appearances. For all my black folks that have went to college, I have nothing but love for you. I thank God that you exist, because this is what our ancestors were fighting for when we wanted everything to be equal. So I have nothing against you. What I do have against are those black collegiates who come out of college and you think you're better than everybody just because you got to turn your tassel 4 years later after high school. Because a lot of you, when you turn that tassel and your nose goes up in the air, you can't find a job doing nothing. You're not working the job that you graduated and got your diploma for. You're working the job that is paying you. But you have this upper echelon view like you went to college, so therefore your shit don't stink. That's the issue that I have with a lot of black folks that went to college. There was a video that I did a long time ago, and I was just like, fuck all y'all black collegiates, like, seriously. And I just want to say with that video, I didn't mean what I was saying at the time. This is exactly what I was saying. There are some that graduate and they help their fellow man. If they pledge a fraternity or sorority, they're trying to give you insight about the college experience so that you too, as a black male or female, can take the initiative and go on to college. You know what I'm saying? And I love that shit. I love the fact that you have people out here that do that. I love the fact that you have people in college that find themselves and they know their blackness, but they also know that they're more than just their blackness. They are this and they're that, and they're artistic and they're creative and they're this. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that. If I would have went to college, I probably would have been one of those people, because I just love being more than what I am or what people think of me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I think that's the case for many who come from more prominent schools. Most of our degrees haven't made us much more right. You know what I'm saying? But Jackson, and and I'm not saying that to put you down, Jackson, because you my ace boon coon. But I'm saying that for the ones that are out there are some that are out there that may have gotten the opportunity to find a job that's within their degree. And they walk around like more than proud. It's a thing to be proud about where you come from or what the hard work that you put in, but it's another thing when you ostracize and you make people feel little and you put people down because they didn't have the opportunities that you had. And you look down your nose at people who may handle things a certain different way than what you're doing because you feel like you have this rigmarole about yourself and you're just so better than. That's what I get when I think about Giselle. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these ladies on this show, but more so Giselle because it's very blatant. While Monique was sitting up there going through her whole, issues about the night and what transpired and what she remembers and what she doesn't remember, she's sitting up there. She got to take notes. So now she bringing out her phone, taking notes on her, I guess, iOS phone or whatever. And now she's sitting up there, everything she says, she got to put a face on. She just. And it's just like, damn, how many faces you got? Oh, I don't have Cash App, Jackson. I don't have Cash App. I got into some. It wasn't no scammiana, but it was definitely an honor. So they don't love me no more. They don't love me no more, baby. They don't love me no more. But it's all good. It's all good. I think I might just go ahead and use my other email and just start another Cash App, just put that out there. But, it is what it is. But who knows? But yeah, you know, you sit up there, you take notes, and, one thing I want to say is people who carry themselves in such a high regard usually be the same people who are lower than the bottom of the dirt. Do I have PayPal? I think I do. I think my PayPal is Bijan the Don, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's Bijan the Don. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is. Like, you do have a username for it, right? If you have a username, I think mine is Bijan the Don. Pretty much everything is logoed Bijan the Don for me. Even my Cash App, when I did have it, it was Bijan the Don. Girl, I wasn't playing no games. You wasn't finna catch me, baby. Okay, you wasn't finna catch me, baby. Um, but yeah, like people who carry themselves in such a high esteem and they feel like they are the upper echelon, they usually are the ones who are lower than the bottom of your shoes. They just ain't had no reason to um oh, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching this with or watching me as well. It means a lot, like from the bottom of my heart, that I have at least one viewer and one viewer that's actually like in it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, it means a lot. I really appreciate that. I really do. You really don't know how much I appreciate you. But I definitely do. I swear I do. I swear I do. But yeah, I I don't like that because the people who, like I said, people who walk around with their nose in the air, or they walk around with certain arrogance about themselves, or they walk around thinking that they the bee's knees, and them usually be the bitches that they're not. They're not that. You know what I'm saying? They're low. They're lower than the bottom of your shoe. And I feel like that about a couple of them girls on the show, namely the ones that I'm naming. Um, y'all, okay, and I'm just gonna say real quick because she really didn't give that much. Um, I will remember that. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, the bee's knees, baby. The bee's knees. Excuse me. But yeah, Ashley was quiet. Ashley was quiet the whole ride. She was there attending to her baby. She said little things in and out. She agreed with Monique as far as her not being remorseful. She didn't think she was remorseful. She knew she wasn't remorseful. She was just like, girl, if you're gonna apologize, apologize, because we've all had issues with Candace in this motherfucking group. So I'm not gonna sit up here and turn my motherfucking nose up at you, bitch, because I don't like her that much either. I don't like her that much either, so it is what it is, and I'm not gonna bust me in my shit for it. So Ashley was given very much so that, um, and that's pretty much all I got for Ashley. If y'all saw the episode, y'all saw that she was very much so quiet. Robin, Giselle, and motherfucking Wendy was the three witches of Eastwick that was coming in on their brooms, trying to, pick up the drama. Y'all really tired. Y'all really need to just go have a seat. Y'all sit up there and y'all talked about how this girl wasn't a good role model for her daughter. Um, you know, that really pissed me off too, because the first thing that people want to do as parents when other people aren't their parents, Okay, hear us. Hear us. The first thing people want to do when people aren't parents is say, "Oh, you're not a parent, so you wouldn't understand where I'm coming from. You're not a parent, so you wouldn't understand this struggle. You're not a parent, so you don't understand everything that I'm putting out there. You're not a parent, so whatever the situation is." Y'all stood up there and y'all talked about how this girl was not a good role model for her mama or for her daughter. But who are y'all a good role model to? Who are y'all a good role model to? Because I swear for the life of me, I don't know. I just really don't even know. I don't. I don't. Like, I don't know. Giselle sitting up there with her three daughters, and they probably, I don't. It ain't right to talk about people's kids, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. Y'all saw them, so it ain't that much that I can say, child. It ain't that much that I can say. But I just hope that, when they come around to it, because it is gonna come, because people who are bullies have nothing but time on their hands, it seems. Everybody trying to learn and get their education up, and they sitting up there, bullying people. So wherever, whatever, but bullies got a lot of time on their hands. So I just hope that when the time comes, the three of them are able to, hold them hands in the arena, because if you are going off of what your mother is saying and what your mother and the type of woman that your mother is, if you're that type of woman and you're truly the type of woman that your mother is claiming to be, baby, I'm here to tell you, y'all gonna get your ass whooped in high school or college. I know y'all going to college. I know y'all because I got the money for it. So if you do, y'all gonna get your ass beat. If you go about the ways of the world like your mama, y'all gonna get your ass beat. So let that just be that. We're gonna leave that right there because again, I don't like talking about people's kids because I have a godson and I have little nephews and nieces, and I'll be damned. So we're just gonna leave that at that. But the fact that y'all sitting up there commenting on that lady's daughter, talking about she's a bad role model for her daughter. No, I don't think she's a bad role model for her daughter. I think that if her daughter was to actually replay everything and actually get to both sides of the story, I think that she would be able to make a conscious decision that's about who got their ass whooped, who deserved it, and it is what it is. Shit. Then someone made a remark, well, what time is she getting here? Because I got things to do. Bitch, if you had things to do, then you really shouldn't have came. I just felt like you wasted everyone's time, even production, by showing your face. You should have never came. You should have never showed up to that damn house. You should have stayed your ass in your mansion and just had movie night with your daughters or whoever said it. I have an idea. I think it was Giselle that said it, and if that was her, then that my comments are very much so towards her. You should have stayed your ass at home and had a movie night with your daughters and just chill. Okay. Now, in this corner, we have Candace. In this corner, we have Monique. I'm glad that she was not remorseful for what happened. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't I don't really, I'm not the type of person that condones violence. So oh yeah, you gotta at least check this episode out. Or at least this season. Because they're on episode 10. So I would definitely check this season out. As a matter of fact, with everything that we got as far as technology, Jackson, I would go back and just motherfucking binge watch. Because it's 5 seasons. I said that probably take you probably the weekend. If you start Friday morning and just work your way through, you should probably be about a season by that Monday up to 5. Yeah. Or at least if you don't watch up to 5, you'll at least have an idea of who these ladies are, how they maneuver, and previous issues. Because what I'm talking about tonight with Candace and Monique, that's not the first time that they've actually gotten to it. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. But I'm glad that she's not remorseful for what happened, mainly because of the fact that a lot of times people who be claiming that they're remorseful and they feel so bad, it's a crock of shit. So, I feel her on that. I feel her on the fact that it just happened, probably not even a week ago. Yeah, I mean, I do like the show. I like Housewives of Atlanta, though. I'm not really all that impartial to Potomac. I feel like all of them are the type of girls that would hold their noses up in the air because they feel like they're better than. And really, it's kind of like one of those situations where, like, you're holding your nose up thinking that you're better than. However, if it wasn't for, there would be no you. So that's how, that's kind of how I feel about that. There are some females on there that I do like, which honestly, I did like Candace at one point. I did. I really did. I really like Candace at one point because she's a pretty brown girl. Pretty brown girl. Very pretty. And, for what it seems, it was like she was a down to earth girl. But then when you start really peeling back the layers, it's kind of like, oh, you phony as fuck. You phony as fuck. Like, you one of them black girls that feel like, let me not do too much because I don't want to come off as being ghetto. You don't want to come off as being ghetto, but like the things that you're trying to avoid make you look more ghetto than what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really, like I like the Housewives franchise. I'm a little upset that Nene won't be on this season of Housewives, but Potomac is not my favorite. Potomac is not my favorite. I'm glad Monique was not remorseful. I'm glad that Karen put this thing together so she could, tell her side of the story. Pretty much let the ladies know that, look, I've dealt with this little bitch for a long time. I've dealt with her pushing people's buttons and knowing what buttons to push. I'm tired of her always having something to say about something. But then when you say something about her, then it's like World War III. I'm tired of this little girl who's always, on again, off again with me. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that goes into why people pop off. You know what I'm saying? And one part of the scene was Monique talking about, well, if no one feels like secure around me, then maybe I need to remove myself from the situation. And I said, yeah, girl, do that. Do that. Do that. And the reason why is because, shit, your name is Monique. People know you from Potomac. So take that and capitalize on it. Build your brand. If you want people to look at you in a different light, Build a different brand. Build a different brand for yourself. Rebrand yourself. Brand yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that way people can see you differently and see you maneuver in a different light. So that when people try to hold over your head what your past transgressions were, then it's like, I don't know who that is. This is me. This is me right now. You know? It was funny to me that she did tweet the asking ye shall receive, because she was asking for it. She really was asking for it. The fact that she took a wine. First of all, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we love to drink, okay? The first thing we learn how to do before we do any narcotic is learn how to hold your liquor. And I mean, we drink Everclear, we drink 151. We used to drink, me and my boy, we used to drink black gin. Like, black gin was 100 proof gin. And that shit was cheap as fuck. But we thought we was some high hogs drinking that shit. You hear me? So, you know, you take, which really made me upset, you take that liquor and you have the audacity, the blackacity to throw that liquor in that girl's face and expect it for no repercussions to take place. I don't care if Monique would have picked up a glass and hit her with it. If she would have splashed her in her face. If she would have took a bottle and tried to bank that bitch. If she would have took some food, like maybe some grapes, and smashed them in her motherfucking face. Or some cheese and threw it down her bra or put it down her dress or whatever the situation is. Like, if she would have did that, baby. But you know that it like I said, it is what it is. When you're pushed to the limit and you are tired of being pushed and you just feel like you just got to get out of that corner, like I said last night, a raccoon trapped in the corner will bust through your ass to get out that corner, and they won't give no fuck. It is what it is. Yeah, you know, Jackson, when they be having wine, they be serving like grapes and cheese and crackers. A little, what's it called? A crudité table or a little crudité table or a little crudité. They be serving shit like that. So, you know, take the grapes and bust her in their motherfucking face with them. You know, just whatever. You know, I feel like if the shoe had been on the other foot, and Candace would have got a grip of motherfucking Monique's weave, I feel like we would have been sitting here having a completely different story, if anything. But me, I like to root for the underdog. I'm the type of motherfucker where I'd be like, well, oh, everybody's against them? Well, now I'm against them. Straight up, like, I like the underdog. So, excuse me. So, y'all did this and just didn't really, y'all really just should never touch anything. Because the way that y'all orchestrated this is very much so bottom of the barrel. Very much so bottom of the barrel. Like bottom of the bottomless barrel. Bottom. Me. So, I will say this. Monique did put a song out. I believe I want to say I can't remember when she put a song out, but I know that she did put a song out, and what's her name? Monique put a song out too, and I guess Candace is calling the song disgusting. Like, why are you commenting on this girl? Did you not have enough of having your head bashed into the table? Did you not smell the cherry wood? Like, was it not enough that you have to continue to come for this girl? Honey, pump your fucking brakes because you're going to need a whole new alignment after a while, sweetheart. But yeah, I really didn't care about her being remorseful. I felt like I'm glad that she wasn't remorseful so that way she can be totally honest with herself and not have a fighting battle. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to, oh my God, should I? Now, Candace, the thing that pissed me off with you is the fact that you sat there the whole time, and while you were getting your head bashed up against the table, you sat there, broke away from the issue, and then called her a ghetto ass, hood ass bitch. You old ghetto ass, hood ass bitch. Yeah, that was very much so what she was giving. You're lame. Learn how to keep your hands out of people's faces. I had to write that down last night because one thing we do not do is play with the hands and the faces. Okay, you can do all this all you want. You can do all that, like, but once you put that motherfucker in my face, like in my face, ugh, 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 ugh. Once you put that motherfucker in my face, it's OVO. Like OVO. Okay. Oh, let me see. Okay, yeah. So I will say this too. Candace, you need to learn how to keep your damn hands out of people's faces and out of people's space. Keep your hands to your motherfucking self and learn how to keep them out of people's places. Because the next time that happens, you might get the piss slapped out you. I remember when she had the black girl magic come out. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see exactly how I want to do this because, like, she was talking about how she don't feel safe around Monique now. Things will never be the same. She doesn't feel comfortable. Monique is unpredictable. She can't really trust her, and it's just like, girl, like, it was unpredictable for you to throw that shade at the barn. It was unpredictable for you to act like a black girl and be bouncing around trying to come for Monique. It was unpredictable that you would splash a drink in the girl's face. And that's why you got that ass beat. But all in all, like, no one is ruling out being around you. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it. And, again, thank God for Kellen, because without your work, sir, that wig would have been on the floor. Just like Versace on the floor. Okay, so yeah. I feel like Monique had every right to go at that girl the way that she did because, again, a person gets tired. It's just like the bully. It's just like the bully in the back of the bus. They keep poking you. They keep hitting you. They keep taking your mittens. They keep taking your hat. They throwing it around. They throwing it around. They throwing it around every day. 5 days out of the week, you getting bullied. You getting bullied. You getting bullied. You getting bullied. And then one day, you just go up in that motherfucker and you snap. And I mean snap completely off. Who you think will come to your aid then? You done killed the one person that we had. Well, not killed, more figuratively than actually. It's just really upsetting to me. Like, us as black people, we have to definitely become on one accord. And that was the whole basis for my video. I wanted to talk about these ladies very briefly, but spend more time talking about us coming together on one accord and actually, like, being together for each other. There is no reason why these girls should have had that Hurtvention. There is no reason why, a lot of them are coming in a little bit late, or they coming in and they want to give their 2 cents about what's going on with Monique and Candace. And really, the ladies haven't even said anything to each other. But everybody's so pumped. I don't get it. I just really just don't even get it. And it's like, you know, in order for us to really, we have a campaign, we have an election coming up. In order for us to really come together and rule this country the way that we should, it's going to take us to unite with each other. And how can you unite with someone who looks down their nose at you when they didn't even get their ass beat, but because it's somebody that you ride with, now they have to feel some type of way? That it shouldn't work like that, man. God did not put us here for us to all have labels and different roles and different things like that, which is 100% true. But at the end of the day, I'm still a bottom. That's my label. That's what I am, and that's what I'm going to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black gay male bottom. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Those are my labels. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to find something else to say, but I really think that maybe it because I don't know. That may just be it. I don't know. I don't know, but we really do. We got to come together. We got to unite with each other. We have to see each other as one instead of individuals. Well, we have to see each other as one instead of individuals. One whole. What I mean is one whole. We have to see each other as this, like a big ass conglomerate instead of a whole bunch of different parts coming together. You know, you can do more damage when you come together like this as opposed to like this. They can pick us off at the ones and twos, you know. But I'm really hopeful, and I'm really, 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 really praying that, one day black black cis society allows us to live in our truth. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But again, the girls, they really did upset me because that is the unity that I'm talking about. I want to see unity within our circles. Now, if these were my friends and I went off and I did something to one of my friends, hopefully I can say that they're not going to try to put me on the chopping block, or they're not going to try to, get me out of the group because I had to whip Steuben's ass. Steuben deserved the ass whooping. If you one of my friends, 9 times out of 10, you would have told him, like, dude, don't mess with that one. Don't mess with that one because he's crazy. He's crazy. He's local in the cabeza, and I shram. So, but yeah, my friends would have probably handled this totally different. If this was my friends, we probably would have wanted to go get a smoothie afterwards, and the conversation probably would have been like, "Well, why did you hit me?" And the conversation from there probably would have been like, "Because you deserved it." Like shit. But yeah, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you follow this little sign. This is Bijan Don. Like, share, subscribe, and welcome. If this is your first time catching my live, welcome somebody back next time. Both of you can check me out. Both of y'all can check me out. They can welcome somebody, spread the word. This is something that I'm doing. I really don't do it as much because I really don't get that many views. But, again, Jackson Harlem, I thank you for riding it out with me, sharing this opportunity, and just kicking back and laughing at my ass. I have so much, to really put out there. I just don't have nobody to watch it. So it is what it is. But like I said, I'm just going to continue to do me. I'm going to continue to put my shit out there. And whoever don't like it, bitch, you better hit the next button because Denise is here, okay? But I thank y'all so much for tuning in, and y'all have a good night.